Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a true dream watch. This is the Patek Philippe 5204/1R-001. The original 5204 debuted in 2012. We got a rose gold version in 2016, and late in that year, this variant, rose gold with full bracelet and black dial bout. A shockingly beautiful watch. It's a showstopper, and though I review thousands of watches, this is one of those timepieces that stays with me distinct in the memory. 40.2 millimeters in diameter. The watch is reasonably slim considering at 14.4 with a generously sloped case flank for sliding underneath dress cuffs. It's nicely constrained across the wrist. Patek never builds its lugs broad. 47 millimeters is very traditional and makes this watch viable on a wrist as small as perhaps even 13.5 centimeters circumference. Once again, my wrist 16 centimeters circumference for reference. The spacing between the lugs is 20 millimeters if you want to put on a strap, but really, if you're going to pay $311,000 to buy this new on a bracelet, I can't imagine swapping out the bracelet for a strap. And you won't want to either, as the bracelet is beautiful. And not just beautiful, breathtakingly beautiful. Patek Philippe calls this drop style. Raindrops, teardrops, angel's tears? Well, I like the last, and I think that's an apropos comparison, as each of these individual links of the 5-link design immaculately hand-finished and gleaming. You can see there are plenty of gaps to release heat, sweat, moisture, and grit from the wrist on a hot day. If you're in a place like Miami, the French Riviera, climes where you need to be both fashionable and nicely ventilated, this is the ideal option over a relatively short-lived leather strap. Now there is a full clasp included, and you can see the clasp uses a number of thoughtful features like a curved chassis to trace the arc of the underside of the wrist and spring-loaded ceramic pin snaps inside the clasp to maintain the tightness over time. There's a clamshell to lock everything down and keep it secure. You can see pin sleeves are used. Patek Philippe argues that it gives the bracelet greater security. Okay, you're going to size this once so it fits, so it's not a big deal. It's the quality of what you get inboard of the lugs that really counts. But note how Patek has actually etched into the end links of the bracelet to make the pusher adjusters of the calendar accessible. The lugs are beautifully fluted and tapered, and this design right here evokes the old Patek Philippe reference 2405. You'll also see in the modern collection the 5320 Perpetual calendar with this style of diminishing taper fluted lugs. Gorgeous! Now, welded style case construction whereby the lug and the case are constructed separately and then soldered together with all evidence of the joint removed by hand between the case band and the flank of the lug. And this is something that is excruciatingly difficult to achieve, time consuming, and the fact that it's not just done, but done perfectly is a testament to the level of attention to detail that goes into every part of this watch, not just the movement. A strong mid-case defined by the junction of case back, mid-case, and bezel. The bezel itself is concave to visually reduce the mass of the watch, and there is a lot going on the dial side, but it's beautifully balanced and easy to read. The contrast level is high thanks to white on black printing. The base is a matte opaline, so it's not enamel, it's not lacquer, it's a matte black for max contrast. All of the indices are applied red gold. The hands at center are red gold, and you can see railroad track outboard for chronograph seconds as well as the minutes, and mini railroad tracks for constant seconds at 9 and chronograph minutes over at 3 o'clock. A coaxial display of moon phase. It is an invert crescent moon phase at 6 o'clock, and then you have a radial date. You'll note that the numerals expand and contract as necessary to coexist with the other registers of the dial. There's an Ampm indicator that's hiding between 7 and 8 o'clock that lets you know when not to attempt to set the system. Instantaneous jumping minute display, and I'll show you that mechanism on the case back. Watch it jump. Instantaneous minute jumper. Part of the theater of this watch. I think I must have missed it. Oh well. I missed the jump. Sorry guys. The bottom line is that we'll take a look at it next time it comes past. There is an easy to read aperture display for the Perpetual calendar system up at 12 o'clock, and then you have a leap year cycle indicator between 4 and 5, and that lets you know where you are. So the next 4 will be the Summer Olympics of 2020. That's how you keep track of where you are in the cycle itself. There is a coaxial pusher for the Rattrapant system. It is a split-second perpetual calendar, and so you have the ability to split the seconds in time to concurrent events, such as two runners as they pass the start-finish of a straight or two cars around a track, and you can gauge whether the gap between them is diminishing or yawning over time. We're going to get that instantaneous jump system now. I feel bad I cheated you the last time out, so let's watch that seconds hand approach 12 o'clock in the double index, and now let's turn everything over, and there's actually a reverse rack and snail system for the instantaneous minute jump. There it is right there. It is almost like a minute repeater operating in reverse. Now turning it all over, you can see Patek Philippe caliber 29-535 PSQ, Petit Second, and Q for Quantième Perpetual. You can see the forest of springs and levers that cluster over the second column wheel for the Rattrapant system, the pincers at center that act on the center wheel of the second seconds hand, so you can freeze it and unfreeze it at will. The primary column wheel that operates the primary seconds display. A balanced beating way at 28.8, free sprung with an overcoil hairspring. The watch is adjusted in a chronometer busting 6 positions and features 34 pivot jewels. Manual wind, 65-hour power reserve. It does feature hacking or stop seconds. That's a feature of new Patek Philippe calibers that are being designed in the modern era. So if you wonder why Patek hasn't previously featured this tech, well, you get it here. The second column wheel and the Rattrapant system in action. And now we're going to stop everything. You can see the lateral clutch fully jeweled on this one. So fully jeweled, usually this is where you see bushings on most chronographs, even luxury chronographs. Patek jewels for the entire lateral clutch. Now we're going to reset everything, and you're going to watch the recentering hammers fall at center on the heart cams that reset the display. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, no one needs a thing like this, but I'm glad to live in a world where there exists art that I cannot afford. It enriches us all, and it becomes the cultural heritage of our generation. Own part of that cultural heritage and make this dream yours on the Watchbox. Rose Gold 5204R.